Howdy folks, Concrete Buddy here. I got inspired to do a video about some oddball stuff and some postcards, and I just thought I wanted to have a display of stuff I'd been picking up recently, and just highlight here. One of the first things I wanted to show was this Joe DiMaggio J.D. McCarthy postcard. I really like this. This is a nice image, and this was fairly inexpensive. This J.D. McCarthy postcard. It was made in the 1970s, so it's not a plain days postcard. But I thought it had a really nice image of Joltin' Joe, and I kind of liked it. So, yeah, like I said, it's one of the more affordable Joe DiMaggio things you can get out there. Another recent acquisition. This is from the 1920s. This is a Spanish chocolate card of Harry Houdini, and it's very thin stock, but it shows it's basically a plain days card of Harry Houdini, and it's from Spain, and it's from the Comet Chocolates Company in Spain. So again, it's kind of neat to find something of Harry Houdini, one of the greatest magicians of all time, illusionists of all time, escape artists of all time. And I thought it was a pretty nice little find. I was very happy with this one. Another couple items I wanted to show off here. This is a postcard circa 1912. It's a boxing postcard of Hall of Fame boxer Philadelphia Jack O'Brien, and you see him over here. But right here is Huey Jennings. It'll tell you it's Huey Jennings there in the description. But he's Huey Jennings is in a suit and tie. And he's sitting there watching this, basically this advertisement for this gym. And Philadelphia Jack O'Brien was a Hall of Fame boxer. He was a light heavyweight champ of 1905. And this postcard is, like I said, it was about from 1912. And it was to promote his younger brother, young Jack O'Brien, who was starting to get into the boxing business. Young Jack O'Brien would have been about 17 in 1912. So I just thought it was neat. I like these combination cards where you have these crossover cards where you can have, say, a baseball Hall of Famer and a boxing Hall of Famer on the same card. I thought it was really neat. Another interesting item. This postcard, it's from 1947. And the interesting thing here is it's a postcard, and it shows Tom Yawkey, owner of the Boston Red Sox. And this photo was taken at the 1946 World Series. And you see Yawkey right there. And then you see Eddie Collins, the general manager of the Red Sox, right next to Yawkey. So this was a neat little find. You don't find too many postcards or any kind of cards with Tom Yawkey on there. And he is in the Hall of Fame, as so is Eddie Collins. But postcard from 1947. Moving into some boxing postcards here. This one here is of Joe Gans. Joe Gans, he was a lightweight boxer. He had the lightweight boxing crown from 1902 to 1908. And I just thought, look, he looks really great on this card here. He's all dressed up. This is an exhibit card, and it's from 1921. And I really enjoy these early 1920s boxing exhibits because they'll have a biography of the fighter, and I think that's pretty neat. It's yeah, that's kind of why I'm drawn to these early 1920s boxing postcards. But Joe Gans, he was a Hall of Fame boxer and just a tremendous athlete. Another one here. This is Georges Carpentier. I'm not saying that right. It's a French name. He was the light heavyweight champion of Europe before World War I. And he's shown here in his World War I uniform. He joined the French army during the war. Obviously, he was already a famous celebrity because he was the lightweight boxing champion. And he's shown here with his German Shepherd dog, which I thought was kind of cool. It's you don't often see like a Hall of Fame boxer and pictured with his dog. Carpentier was also twice decorated as an aviator during World War I, so it's not like he was just there for publicity photos. I'm sure he did a lot of publicity photos, but he also did see action. So, and it's a French postcard, obviously. It's a publicity thing, but this is this was done during World War I, so it kind of dates that card. Here's a card of Fidel LaBarbera. He was a flyweight boxer. He was the flyweight champion from 1925 to 27. He was also the gold medal winner in the Olympics in the flyweight division in the 1924 Olympics. So another solid boxer here, Hall of Fame boxer. This again, another one of those exhibit cards. You can see here it's from 1926. So it would have been right where he would have had his title. So, but anyway, that's Fidel LaBarbera. He later retired from boxing and became a sports writer. So, but Hall of Fame boxer, like I said. Here's another one of the best boxers of all time. This is a Kid Gavilan. He was a Cuban-born fighter. He was a welterweight. He was the welterweight champion from 1951 to 1954. And he's shown on this exhibit card. And I just thought this was a really amazing pose of him. And it's kind of neat to get these Hall of Fame boxers like this. Let me move on. This one here, this is a group card. This is Jack Dempsey at his training camp in the mid-1920s. And you see Jack Dempsey there, front and center. And he's training with his sparring partners and other people involved in his camp. And this is another really neat exhibit card of boxing from the 1920s. A little more modern one. This is a postcard that shows Muhammad Ali and the Beatles. And obviously it's a publicity postcard. But it just was pretty neat to see Muhammad Ali here pretending to knock out the Beatles. And I thought this was pretty neat. You can kind of date it. It's from 1965. So you kind of know when this was issued. And it's, you know, an early Beatles memorabilia thing. And it's an early Muhammad Ali card. Another interesting crossover card. I really liked this one when I found it. It's Nuvita Water, but it shows James J. Jeffries, who was a boxing heavyweight champion from, I believe, 1898 to 1905. And Barney Oldfield, who was probably one of the most prominent drivers in the United States, race car drivers in the United States at the time. And it's an advertisement, obviously, but it kind of names the two Hall of Famers, Jeffries and Oldfield. And you can kind of see in the corner here where it kind of dates it as 1911, so by the rear tire. So I thought this was a really neat little postcard to find. And I like these, you know, crossover postcards, like with the Ali and the Beatles and Oldfield and Jeffries. It just, it shows more than one genre on the same postcard. Okay. This one here, this postcard is from 1938. And, my notes here, I'm sorry. Yeah, this is Floyd Roberts. He's a Hall of Fame, auto racing Hall of Fame driver. And he won the Indy 500 in 1938. And he's shown with Lou Moore, and Lou Moore was the car owner. So you got them both pictured. This doesn't appear to be a real autograph. I think it's one of those that was printed on autographs. But it's still pretty neat to see two Hall of Famers on the same card. Floyd Roberts, like I said, won the Indy 500 in 1938, and this shows date says 1938. He entered the Indy 500 in 1939, but actually died during the race in 1939. So it kind of dates this card that you know it's from 1938. And Lou Moore, he's actually a big name in auto racing. He owned 5 Indy 500 winners, 500 Indy 500 winning cars. Over his time there, and he was one of the biggest name owners at the time. So, like I said, two Hall of Famers in the auto racing business, and I just thought this was a pretty neat card. And it talks about Floyd Roberts and his race there in the 1938 Indy 500. Another postcard here is this one is a Bill Holland. Bill Holland was another Hall of Fame racer. He won the Indy 500 in 1949, and he's shown here on this card. And this card was taken. These were issued in 1953. You can kind of see there on the side. But it was a set that they issued of postcards with some of the big names in the Indianapolis Motor Speedway history. So I thought that was pretty neat to find there. Another racing card, and since it's Indy month right now, so might as well get our Indy fix in here. This is AJ Foyt. AJ Foyt won the Indy 500 4 times. He's another Hall of Fame racer. And I thought this was pretty neat because this talks about him winning the Indy 500 in 1961, but doesn't mention that he won it in 64 and a couple times after that. So you can kind of date this card from that, and it would have been probably either late 61 to 64 this card would have been issued. So it's one of his early postcards for AJ Foyt, and I thought that was pretty neat. But moving to another mode of transportation here. This is a card of the Lusitania. Lusitania was one of the fastest ships in the world, and it was sunk during World War I, and it was a major event in World War I, the Lusitania being sunk because it was a passenger liner. It was sunk by the Germans off of Ireland in 1915. This postcard, it's a Tuck postcard, and it was printed, issued in 1908. There's a lot of history on Tuck postcards. They're kind of like a Cadillac of postcards. If you can get a Tuck postcard, they tend to be a little more valuable and carry a little more interest as far as postcard collectors go. And this was a nice clean copy of the Lusitania. Like I said before, it was sunk. So it was kind of neat to find this postcard. And since that was a war reference, here's another one. This is a card from the World Peace Conference. Now, the World Peace Conference began on April 25th, 1945, and this was the postcard where this is the conference where they set up the United Nations toward the end of World War II. This is, like I said, a postcard from that. But the neat thing about this is the conference began on April 25th, 1945. And as you can kind of see here, this postcard was postmarked on April 25th, 1945, on the day that the conference started. So I thought this was a really neat historical item. I just thought it was pretty cool to have a from a major event, a postcard dated on the date it started. So another Tuck postcard here I have is this one's of Michelangelo, and this is one of those pre 1907 postcards, because you could only have the address on the back. You couldn't do any writing on the back. So but back is clean on this, and typically you would write your message here on the front, and then the address would be on the back. And but this is a pretty clean card. It survived all these years. And you can see it's Michelangelo, and yeah, it's pretty. I thought it was a pretty neat card of Michelangelo. So. Moving onward, here's another postcard. This is of the Wright brothers. I'm pegging this postcard at probably pre-1920. And I thought it was pretty neat because you don't have a whole lot of items where you see both Wright brothers together. And so I thought this was a really neat photo of the two of them. And, just the first in flight. So, it's kind of neat to have a postcard of them. And another inventor is Thomas Edison. Anytime I can get a Thomas Edison postcard cheap, I go ahead and I grab them. This wasn't in the best of shape, but it's and it shows an older Edison. So, but I just thought it was really cool, and I got this really cheap. So I was like, it was a good front image. So I kind of liked it. Another interesting item here. I actually got this very inexpensively. This was this was less than $3 delivered. This was this is the three Apollo 11 astronauts, and they're standing in front of their a rocket there, and it shows that this is from before they even took off on their Apollo 11 flight, because it says that they're scheduled to go off on the Apollo 11 moon. Landing on the moon. So anytime you can get a postcard of the three Apollo 11 astronauts from before they took off into space, to me, it's a no-brainer. And like I said, this postcard was, basically, like I said, I got it under $3 delivered, so I couldn't say no to that. This was really nice. And just finishing off here, this is a postcard of Anatoly Karpov. Karpov was the world chess champion from 1975 to 1985, and this is a postcard issued in the Soviet Union, and this was issued in 1982. But it's a pretty neat little postcard showing Karpov, one of the greatest in chess, playing there. So anyway, people, just want to say, collect what you like, have fun with your collection, and just, really enjoy yourself. And you don't have to be limited to what you get. Just, try to cast a wide net out there and just have fun with the hobby. Anyway, enjoy what you like. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Take care, people. Bye-bye.